that means you go backwards. So it's all about continuing the process and enhancing the process. Really dive in. And it can seem, okay, that's a struggle, but it's not a struggle. It's actually the opposite. It's like similar to love. We have love in this world. So if you're in a relationship with someone, it's not a struggle, if you really love that person, to serve that person. And to do your best to enhance and intensify the relationship. That's not a struggle. It might be a struggle, but it's a nice struggle. It's a struggle of love. So in the same way, like the real love is towards the Supreme Lord. Actually, the only love is towards the Supreme Lord. We cannot really love anyone unless we love Krishna. So the process of Krishna consciousness is giving the easy process of how to learn to love Krishna. And when we learn to love Krishna, we can easily love all living entities. Because Krishna says, we are all parts and parcels of Krishna. All living entities are godly. We are parts of God. So if you see all living entities like that, that Krishna is actually seated there in their heart, and they are actually godly, they are parts of Krishna. All living entities, they are parts of Krishna. Then we cannot but love everyone. Not only our family, or not only our race, or our own nationality. Prabhupada called that extended sense gratification. So the process of getting to know God is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita, describing the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he was experiencing it from the very day he grew up, and how he was gradually developing that Krishna consciousness, showing us by his example. So we will end by very much recommending all of us, including myself, to really take these books of Srila Prabhupada, take them, if you don't have them at home already, take them home and then read them. Study them every day. Because otherwise the result will never be achieved. It is not, Prabhupada used to say, it's not for armchair philosophers. So armchair philosophers is those sitting there with their scotch on the rocks, and sitting discussing all kind of topics and coming with all kind of realizations. And there's actually persons like that discussing Bhagavad Gita. And they know Bhagavad Gita. There was even once a person coming to Prabhupada. And he said, this person, Prabhupada, he knows Bhagavad Gita by heart. He can describe the whole, he can explain the whole, he can recite the whole Bhagavad Gita in half an hour. And Prabhupada said, yes, but can you live it for 5 minutes? So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach us, how to live it. Not just have it as a hobby, or this is what I do in my, this is like, some goes playing bridge, or some go playing bowling, and some go playing football, and some go chess. So I go to my religion. So that's not what religion is all about. It's not just a hobby, it's not just something you do once in a while when you need it. It's about submerging yourself in that experience of love. And when you do that, immediately you get the result. Immediately the result is there. So that's why we should be very worried if the result is not there in our daily activities. If we see that actually I'm not getting the required result, we should be very worried. And we should find out, what is it I'm doing wrong? And that's what the scriptures is all about. Prabhupada is constantly telling us what we're doing wrong. He's constantly telling us, hey, you should do this. You should chant Hare Krishna mantra every day. And you should do it with great attention. Because really it's not so much about the quantity as it is about the quality. Quantity is also important, but really what is important is the quality. But they go together. Because if the quality is there, naturally the quantity will follow. And that goes in all spheres of life. If you do quality of what we're doing, and if you actually relish what we're doing, the quantity will increase. But if you're just doing things, okay, just have to spend time with something, right? If that's our approach to anything in life, that's what we get. We get a little chance to waste a little time. But if we go into something and really say, this is what I want to dedicate myself to, and that should really be the result of studying the scriptures. The result should be, this is what I want to dedicate my life to. All intelligent persons come to this conclusion. Lord Chaitanya or Krishna says himself, that those who are fully devoted to, he says, Aham sarvasya prabhu matak shava prati iti matra pajantavam buddha bhava samanitam. That one will understand, actually I'm the God, I'm the Lord, and understand that I'm the source of all spiritual and material worlds. What is the result? They will worship me with all their hearts. They will worship me with all their hearts. That is the result. So we should really endeavor to come to that conclusion, that my life is all about getting to know this. My life is all about, exclusively about, to get to know Krishna. But part of that is also living a so-called normal life. Because material life and spiritual life is not two different things, it is one thing. Material life and spiritual life, actually there is no material life for a real spiritual person. Everything he does is spiritual. Even his so-called material activities. Everything becomes spiritual. Because you see Krishna behind everything. And that was again the experience Caitanya Mahaprabhu was taught us. He was acting at one point as a teacher, teaching people Naya, teaching people logic. And at one point, after he met his spiritual master and got this so-called full enlightenment, and he came back and said, I'm sorry, I cannot teach you anymore. I cannot teach you anymore. Because wherever I see this little blackish boy playing his flute, the Lord. He was constantly seeing Krishna. So because it's just a matter of time, when we get to that point, that's life. Everything we see is Krishna. Either we go to work, either we are with a friend, either we here, it's all connected to Krishna. And that's what Krishna consciousness is all about. So thank you very much for your attention. Ramdaraj Sriman Bhagavad Gita ki Jai, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.